Hey, Georgi here again. So I wanted to again touch up on the book, The Go-Giver, here, what I've just recently talked about. And again, look online if you really want to buy it, and you're looking for life-changing interest and life-changing values to add to yourself, or if you're just looking for a change of direction. So I wanted to touch up with the contents of the book and what it talks about, and the contents that are really also stressed about by the authors, Bob Burg and John David Mann. Bob Burg and John David Mann added really great contents to help you all, and as well as ourselves, have that life-changing success, the life-changing transition that at times we also struggle with. But I'll give you some good examples here. Go-getter, the secret, the law of value, the law of compensation, the condition, the law of authenticity, the 5 laws of stratospheric success, the 5 laws of stratospheric success. And again, as I've mentioned before, it's also even talked about very well in the personal industry, as well as by very many speakers and experts like Tony Robbins, Ed Mylett, those type of expert people. They stress on that aspect of personal improvement, personal growth, self-growth. The very subjects also stressed on. The very context of life-changing values that will lead to an existential understandings in people, personalities. How with going back to one of the things that why we stress about getting along with people. Why aren't most of us so people-oriented? People-oriented means to be social and talking oneself into others and get along with the very attitudes and functions. But as I've mentioned in my earliest videos, people will be people with their opinions and a divisiveness. But the one thing also the Go-Giver really talks about, and I've read this once already, and I've really been able to comprehend the very important value of the book is, yes, to giving oneself to others, but also being a good listener. Today, and again, as too far stretched as it may be, as too far stretched it is, why don't we learn to just take the time to listen to the person in front of you. Listen to the person in front of you who wants to know that, hey, my time is valuable here. I would appreciate you listening to my conversation. I would appreciate you not using your phone, only if an emergency, that you listen to me. Listen to what I have to tell you, my understanding about what I'm going through as a person, what I'm striving for as a person. Listen to the very understandings of people's goals, their life-changing successes, their future goals that they want to accomplish. Those are very many examples that I can apply to, whether one wants to get an MBA degree or get their graduate degree, but also, the very important factors of where we can put ourselves on a mentality to 1 to 2% people that are successful today. And I've discussed very many people in my previous videos, the successors, who are those 1 to 2% of people. Because, for one thing, and one of the two only things that I've also really come across from their perspective is they read books, they attended events, they connect with people, the ones who have those who have fruit on the tree, and they read books. They read books when they had their downtime. Their vacation was basically not only reading books like this, but also expanding their businesses that they want to establish, setting a foundation and legacy in their business. For example, Steve Jobs, he wanted to expand the Apple business that is now, of course, used with very instrumental devices that consumers today spend and play with, that I play with as well, the Apple phones. I mean, come on. Cell phones are great, but I say iTunes, one of the greatest tools that Jobs invented, iTunes, for us to listen to music, for us to access to the music that we love, that we cherish, that create great memories of, even create our own best playlists, in the zone playlist, working out on the bench, getting that 300-pound pumping, all that gone, all that potential, yes, can set to foundational success. The foundational success that will set the structure for your life, your disciplined life. Disciplined equals freedom, but Jocko Willink talks about many of those principles of discipline. The disciplines to getting out of bed every morning, getting out to proper ideas and being able to getting after your goals, the methods, the practices, taking that level of energy, that level of energy going out to the accomplishment of success, getting after it, get after what you want out of life, to get after not of the distractions and what the naysayers want to include, but also in doing so, and take it from the Go Giver book that you all one day can tap into and read as well, but take it from that perspective. Take it from that perspective of the stratospheric success, to get after within the stratospheric success method, where we can, still have more time, because we have more time for ourselves. Now, as I understand, time is what we don't get back every day. But the time is what we can use wisely enough that, yes, there's potential. There's more out there. Now, for those that say there isn't more out there, they're just stuck up in their cubicles, the cubicle environment mentality. There's nothing else out there. Sure there is. There is. Hey, wake up and smell the coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. And just tell them, there's more out there. So screw you. I don't need your help if you're not going to help me out, sit me down. But anyway, it's up to us to be life changers, to be goal-oriented people, to getting out of our messed up mediocre mindset, and be persevering, goal-oriented, to be aspiring to others. And so one of the reasons why I have this behind me, the cross itself, the cross of Jesus Christ. And for those that aren't as spiritual as you may or may not be, but again, in a spiritual perspective, he was the big reason why. Big reason why he went to the cross for us. Only to say that, yes, we are capable. We're more capable than where we are now to where we can put ourselves in the future. 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years from now. But in doing so, we have to want to be able to stay open-minded, to stay optimistic about what our next life potentials are going to be in years from now, in our lifetime of the millennial generation, the Gen X generation. The Gen X generation is up to. The Gen X generation is a great time for all of the young bucks. I'm still a young buck myself, and again, here I am. I'm so mature enough to say this, but anyway, I'll keep it brief to basically discuss with you that, yes, there is potential. There is potential enough to make the world a better place. Yes, it's not going to be it's not going to be a fair place. No, don't expect fairness every time, but expect that, yes, move on for the better. Move on for the great benefits of how can we make this world better. Then instead about fighting with, hey, it's not fair. Hey, it's not fair that he got this and she got that. She became that. That's jealousy. Think about what can you do. Think about what you can do. What can you do? Okay, everybody. So that's all I have. But anyway, once again, happy Friday. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great weekend.